Have you ever felt misunderstood or overlooked despite your efforts and intentions? What if I told you that within the pages of the Bible lies the story of a woman whose life echoes with the cries of misunderstood intentions and unfulfilled dreams? Michal, the despised princess. And if I told you that, her story holds a hidden secret, a transformative power capable of shedding light on our own struggles with acceptance, love, and destiny. This tale is not just a historical recount, but a divine revelation that resonates with the human spirit, offering insights into navigating life's complexities and finding hope amidst despair. Michal, a princess by birth and the daughter of King Saul, lived a life marked by privilege and power, yet her journey was fraught with challenges that many of us can relate to. Her love for David, the future king, initially brought her joy and a sense of purpose. However, the unfolding events in her life reveal a narrative of heartbreak, political manipulation, and spiritual longing. Michal's story is one of contrasts: love and rejection, loyalty and betrayal, honor and dishonor. In the upcoming minutes, you'll embark on a journey through Michal's life, exploring her unique position within the biblical narrative and the profound lessons it holds for us today. Her story invites us to reflect on the nature of love, both human and divine, and the ways in which our personal struggles can lead to spiritual growth and understanding. Michal's experience challenges us to consider the cost of loyalty, the pain of rejection, and the hope of redemption. As we delve into the complexities of Michal's life, we will uncover the hidden power of her story, a power that offers a new perspective on our own challenges and the possibility of transformation. Michal's journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring hope that lies in God's promises. Through her narrative, we are reminded that even in the face of adversity, there is a divine purpose at work, shaping us and guiding us towards fulfillment. Before we begin this exploration, I invite you to reflect on your own experiences of feeling misunderstood or overlooked. How have these moments shaped your journey of faith? In what ways can Michal's story inspire you to persevere and find hope in the midst of life's challenges? I encourage you to take a moment to comment "Peace in Christ" below, affirming your commitment to this journey and helping to spread this message of hope and encouragement to others. Your engagement not only enriches this community, but also helps reach those who need to hear this divine message. By liking this video, you compel YouTube to share it with more seekers, amplifying the reach of God's Word. Congratulations on being part of this channel, a community of believers united by a shared desire to grow in faith and understanding. Many people use this content as spiritual support, and your participation is vital in creating a space of faith and encouragement. Keep in mind that the penultimate teaching today may hold the key to unlocking a blessing in your life. By committing to watch until the end, you open yourself to the possibility of divine revelation and transformation. Now, let's begin our study and explore the life and legacy of Michal, the despised princess, and discover how her story can inspire us to live with hope and resilience in the face of life's challenges. In the biblical narrative, Michal's story begins with her identity as a princess, the daughter of King Saul. Growing up in the royal household, Michal was no stranger to the complexities of court life, politics, power struggles, and the ever-present tension between loyalty and ambition. Yet amidst these complexities, Michal's heart found a profound connection with David, the young shepherd who rose to prominence after his stunning victory over Goliath. The Bible introduces Michal's love for David in 1 Samuel 18:20, where it is noted that she loved him deeply. This love was not merely a fleeting infatuation, but a genuine affection that transcended the political machinations of her father, King Saul. Michal's love for David marked the beginning of a journey that would test her loyalty and resilience. In the face of adversity, David, a man after God's own heart, was favored by Saul initially, but soon became a target of the king's jealousy and fear. Saul's paranoia grew as David's popularity and success increased, leading to numerous attempts on David's life. In this hostile environment, Michal found herself caught between her love for David and her loyalty to her father. Michal's love for David was put to the test when Saul sought to use her affection as a means to ensnare David. Saul offered Michal to David as a wife, with the hope that this union would lead to David's downfall. However, rather than becoming a pawn in her father's schemes, Michal's love for David proved steadfast and genuine. Her willingness to protect David, even at the risk of defying her father, demonstrated her courage and loyalty. One of the most dramatic instances of Michal's loyalty is recorded in 1 Samuel 19:11-17. When Saul sent men to David's house to kill him, Michal took action to save her husband's life. She warned David of the danger, helped him escape through a window, and then used her resourcefulness to deceive Saul's men, buying David precious time to flee. This act of bravery underscores the depth of Michal's love and her willingness to defy her father's orders to protect the man she loved. Michal's early years and her relationship with David offer profound insights into the nature of love and loyalty. Her story challenges us to consider the cost of love. What are we willing to sacrifice for those we care about? How do we navigate the tension between loyalty to family and commitment to those we love? In Michal's narrative, we see a reflection of our own struggles with love and loyalty. Her courage and resilience in the face of adversity remind us that true love often requires sacrifice and bravery. Michal's actions, though fraught with risk, were born out of a deep-seated commitment to David, a commitment that transcended the political and familial pressures she faced. As we reflect on Michal's early years, we are invited to consider our own experiences of love and loyalty. How do we respond when our commitments are tested? In what ways can Michal's story inspire us to remain steadfast in our relationships? Even in the face of challenges, Michal's love for David was a defining aspect of her life, setting the stage for the trials and triumphs she would encounter. Her story invites us to explore the nature of love, its power to inspire courage, its ability to transcend challenges, and its capacity to shape our journey of faith. As we continue this exploration, let us hold on to the lessons of love and loyalty that Michal's story offers. By doing so, we open ourselves to the transformative power of these virtues in our own lives, allowing them to guide us in our relationships and interactions. In the next block, we will delve into Michal's experiences as David's wife and the challenges she faced in this role, exploring how her story reflects the complexities of marital relationships and the pursuit of personal fulfillment. Stay with us as we uncover the profound lessons embedded in this biblical narrative, lessons that challenge us to live out our faith in transformative ways. As we delve deeper into Michal's story, we encounter her life as David's wife, a role steeped in both privilege and profound challenge. Michal, having defied her father King Saul to protect David, now found herself navigating the complexities of marriage to a man whose life was entwined with divine purpose and political turmoil. Her experiences as David's wife offer a window into the intricacies of marital relationships and the pursuit of personal fulfillment amidst external pressures. Michal's marriage to David began with a foundation of deep affection and mutual respect. Her love for David had been unwavering, demonstrated by her courageous actions to save his life. However, the union was soon tested by the realities of David's life as a fugitive, pursued relentlessly by her father. The early days of their marriage were marked by separation and uncertainty, as David fled to escape Saul's wrath. During this period, Michal remained in her father's house, caught in the tension between her loyalty to David and her familial obligations. This separation, though driven by necessity, introduced a strain into their relationship, a strain that would continue to affect their union in the years to come. Michal's role as David's wife was further complicated by the political dynamics of the time. Saul, in an attempt to sever Michal's bond with David, gave her in marriage to another man, Palti son of Laish, 1 Samuel 25:44. This act, designed to undermine David's claim to the throne, placed Michal in an untenable position, forced to navigate the complexities of her status and relationships. Years later, as David ascended to the throne and solidified his rule over Israel, Michal was returned to him, a move orchestrated by Abner to strengthen David's claim to the throne, 2 Samuel 3:13-16. The reunion of David and Michal, however, was not without its challenges. The years apart had altered the dynamics of their relationship, and the political motivations underlying her return introduced further complications. The complexities of Michal's role as David's wife are poignantly illustrated in the account of David's triumphant return to Jerusalem with the Ark of the Covenant, 2 Samuel 6:14-23. As David danced with exuberance before the Lord, clad in a linen ephod, Michal watched from a window. Her reaction, one of scorn and disdain, reveals the depth of the disconnect that had grown between them. Michal's criticism of David's public display of worship highlights the tension between her royal sensibilities and David's unrestrained devotion. This moment of conflict between Michal and David serves as a lens through which to examine the challenges of marital relationships. Michal, once a devoted wife, now found herself at odds with David's priorities and expressions of faith. Her criticism, rooted in her upbringing as Saul's daughter and her own experiences, underscores the difficulty of reconciling personal expectations with the realities of shared life. Michal's story invites us to reflect on the complexities of our own relationships, particularly within marriage. How do we navigate the tensions that arise when personal aspirations and shared commitments collide? In what ways can Michal's experiences inform our understanding of love, loyalty, and the pursuit of personal fulfillment within the context of partnership? The challenges Michal faced as David's wife remind us that relationships are dynamic, requiring ongoing effort, communication, and grace. Her story encourages us to consider the ways in which we can foster understanding and empathy within our relationships, recognizing that love is both a choice and a practice. As we continue to explore Michal's journey, let us hold on to the lessons of resilience and reflection that her story offers. By doing so, we open ourselves to the transformative power of love and understanding in our own lives, allowing these virtues to guide us in our relationships and interactions. In the next block, we will examine Michal's relationship with her family, particularly her father, King Saul, and the impact of these dynamics on her life and choices. Stay with us as we uncover the profound lessons embedded in this biblical narrative, lessons that challenge us to live out our faith in transformative ways. As we delve into the intricacies of Michal's life, we must consider the powerful influence of her family, particularly her father, King Saul. Michal's identity as Saul's daughter shaped many aspects of her life, from her status as a princess to her relationships and personal struggles. Her familial ties present a complex web of loyalty, expectation, and tension, all of which played a significant role in her journey. King Saul, the first king of Israel, was a figure of immense power and ambition, yet his reign was marred by insecurity and jealousy, particularly toward David. Saul's complex character created a challenging environment for Michal, who was caught between her loyalty to her father and her love for David. This tension is a recurring theme in Michal's story, as she navigates the competing demands of familial duty and personal conviction. Michal's relationship with Saul was marked by a blend of love and fear. As a daughter, she was bound by the expectations of her royal heritage, yet she also witnessed her father's growing paranoia and irrational behavior. Saul's attempts to manipulate Michal's marriage to David as a tool for his own political ends placed her in a difficult position, forcing her to choose between her father and her husband. The pressure Saul exerted on Michal is evident in his initial use of her marriage to David as a political strategy. By offering Michal to David, Saul hoped to ensnare him in a plot that would lead to his downfall, 1 Samuel 18:21. However, Michal's genuine love for David thwarted these plans as she chose to protect him at great personal risk. This act of defiance highlights Michal's courage and the complexity of her loyalty, a loyalty that was both filial and romantic. Despite her actions to protect David, Michal's relationship with Saul remained a significant influence in her life. Her return to David, orchestrated by Abner, was not a simple homecoming, but a political maneuver designed to strengthen David's claim to the throne. This decision, though beneficial to David's kingship, reopened old wounds and placed Michal in a position of divided loyalties once more. Michal's familial ties, particularly her relationship with Saul, offer valuable insights into the dynamics of family loyalty and personal conviction. Her story challenges us to reflect on the ways in which family expectations and relationships influence our decisions and shape our identity. How do we balance the demands of family loyalty with our personal convictions and desires? In what ways can Michal's experiences inform our understanding of the complexities of familial relationships? Michal's story reminds us that family ties, while foundational, can also be sources of tension and conflict. Her ability to navigate these complexities with courage and resilience is a testament to her strength of character. At the same time, her struggles highlight the importance of seeking balance and understanding within our own familial relationships. As we reflect on Michal's relationship with her family, we are invited to consider our own experiences of family dynamics. How do we navigate the expectations and pressures that come with familial roles? In what ways can we foster healthy and supportive relationships within our families, recognizing the importance of both loyalty and personal conviction? The lessons from Michal's story encourage us to approach our familial relationships with empathy and understanding, seeking to balance the demands of loyalty with the pursuit of our own convictions. By doing so, we open ourselves to the possibility of growth and transformation within the context of our families, allowing these relationships to enrich our lives and faith. As we continue to explore Michal's journey, let us hold on to the lessons of family dynamics and personal conviction that her story offers. In the next block, we will delve into the spiritual themes of Michal's narrative, examining how her experiences reflect broader themes of faith, identity, and divine purpose. Stay with us as we uncover the profound lessons embedded in this biblical narrative, lessons that challenge us to live out our faith in transformative ways. Michal's life, as recorded in the biblical narrative, is rich with spiritual themes that resonate with the complexities of the human experience. Her journey provides a lens through which we can explore profound questions of faith, identity, and divine purpose. As we examine these themes, Michal's story challenges us to consider how our own lives are shaped by spiritual realities and divine intentions. 1. The tension between human desire and divine purpose. Michal's story is marked by the tension between her personal desires and the unfolding of God's divine purpose. Her love for David was genuine and deep, yet their relationship was fraught with challenges that tested her faith and resilience. Michal's experiences invite us to reflect on the ways in which our own desires align or conflict with God's plans for our lives. How do we respond when our personal aspirations diverge from divine intentions? Michal's journey encourages us to trust in God's sovereignty, even when circumstances seem uncertain or difficult. Zulu, the search for identity and belonging. As a princess and the daughter of King Saul, Michal's identity was rooted in her royal heritage. However, her marriage to David and the subsequent political dynamics complicated her sense of belonging. Michal's struggle to reconcile her identities as Saul's daughter and David's wife mirrors our own quest for identity in a world of competing loyalties and expectations. Her story challenges us to find our true identity in God, recognizing that our ultimate belonging is in Him, regardless of external circumstances. 3. The role of women in God's plan. Michal's narrative highlights the often overlooked role of women in the biblical story and God's redemptive plan. Her bravery in protecting David, her involvement in political alliances, and her personal struggles all underscore the significant impact women have in the unfolding of God's purposes. Michal's story invites us to recognize and honor the contributions of women in the biblical narrative and in our own communities. It challenges us to affirm the value and dignity of women as integral participants in God's work. 4. The complexity of human relationships. Michal's relationships with David, Saul, and her family are central to her story and reflect the complexity of human interactions. Her narrative explores themes of love, loyalty, betrayal, and reconciliation, offering insights into the challenges and rewards of relationships. Michal's experiences remind us of the importance of grace and forgiveness in our own relationships as we seek to navigate the tensions and conflicts that arise in our interactions with others. 5. The call to faithfulness amidst adversity. Throughout her life, Michal faced numerous trials and adversities, from familial pressure to personal loss and separation. Her ability to persevere through these challenges speaks to her resilience and faithfulness. Michal's story encourages us to remain steadfast in our faith, even when faced with difficulties. Her journey serves as a reminder that God's presence and purpose are constant, providing strength and hope in times of trial. As we reflect on the spiritual themes in Michal's narrative, we are invited to consider how these themes resonate with our own spiritual journeys. How do we navigate the tension between our desires and God's plans? In what ways can we find our identity and belonging in God amidst the complexities of life? Michal's story challenges us to embrace our roles in God's plan, recognizing that each of us has a unique contribution to make in the unfolding of His purposes. The lessons from Michal's narrative encourage us to approach our spiritual lives with openness and humility, seeking to understand and align ourselves with God's will. By doing so, we open ourselves to the transformative power of faith and the profound impact it can have on our lives and communities. As we continue to explore Michal's journey, let us hold on to the lessons of faith, identity, and divine purpose that her story offers. In the next block, we will examine the cultural and historical context of Michal's life, exploring how these factors influenced her experiences and decisions. Stay with us as we uncover the profound lessons embedded in this biblical narrative, lessons that challenge us to live out our faith in transformative ways. Understanding the cultural and historical context of Michal's life provides valuable insights into the challenges and dynamics she faced as a princess and as the wife of David. Her story unfolds during a pivotal period in Israel's history, marked by the transition from tribal confederation to monarchy. And the tensions inherent in this shift played a significant role in shaping her experiences. 1. The monarchical transition. Michal lived during a time of significant change in Israel as the nation transitioned from a loose confederation of tribes to a centralized monarchy under King Saul. This period was characterized by political instability and power struggles, as Saul sought to consolidate his rule and assert his authority over the tribes of Israel. Michal's position as Saul's daughter placed her at the center of these dynamics, influencing her relationships and the decisions she made. Understanding this context helps us appreciate the complexity of her loyalty and the pressures she faced as both a princess and a political figure. 2. The role of women in ancient Israel. In ancient Israel, women's roles were largely defined by their relationships to men, fathers, husbands, and sons. As a princess, Michal's primary responsibilities included securing political alliances through marriage and maintaining the honor of her family. Despite these constraints, Michal's actions demonstrate agency and courage, as seen in her efforts to protect David from Saul's wrath. Her story challenges us to recognize the nuanced roles women played in biblical times, often navigating societal expectations while exercising personal agency and influence. 3. The political and familial alliances. Marriage in ancient Israel often served as a means of cementing political alliances, and Michal's marriage to David was no exception. Saul's decision to give Michal to David was initially a strategic move intended to entrap David, yet it ultimately strengthened David's claim to the throne. This political dimension of Michal's marriage adds complexity to her personal experiences, as her relationship with David was not only a matter of love, but also of political significance. This context underscores the challenges Michal faced in balancing personal affection with political expectations. 4. The influence of Saul's reign. King Saul's reign was marked by increasing paranoia and instability, particularly in his later years. His jealousy and fear of David's rising popularity led to erratic behavior and strained familial relations. Michal, as Saul's daughter, was directly impacted by her father's actions and decisions. Her loyalty to David, in defiance of Saul's orders, reflects the difficult position she was placed in as she navigated the conflicting demands of familial loyalty and personal conviction. 5. The evolution of David's kingship. David's rise to power was a gradual process, marked by periods of exile and conflict with Saul. As David's wife, Michal was intimately connected to his journey from fugitive to king. The political and military challenges David faced influenced their relationship, often placing Michal in positions of uncertainty and risk. This context highlights the resilience and adaptability required of Michal as she navigated the complexities of her role alongside David. As we explore the cultural and historical context of Michal's life, we gain a deeper understanding of the factors that influenced her decisions and shaped her experiences. Her story invites us to reflect on the ways in which context and circumstance impact our own lives and choices. How do we navigate the challenges and expectations of our cultural and familial environments? In what ways can Michal's story inform our understanding of agency and identity amidst societal pressures? The lessons from Michal's narrative encourage us to approach our own contexts with awareness and discernment, recognizing the ways in which they shape our experiences and decisions. By doing so, we open ourselves to the possibility of growth and transformation, allowing us to navigate our journeys with resilience and faith. As we continue to explore Michal's journey, let us hold on to the lessons of context and circumstance that her story offers. In the next block, we will examine Michal's legacy and the impact of her story on subsequent generations, exploring how her experiences continue to resonate in the biblical narrative and beyond. Stay with us as we uncover the profound lessons embedded in this biblical narrative, lessons that challenge us to live out our faith in transformative ways. Michal, the daughter of King Saul and wife of King David, occupies a unique place in the biblical narrative. Her life, filled with both privilege and adversity, offers enduring lessons that continue to resonate with readers and believers across generations. As we explore Michal's legacy, we uncover the profound ways in which her story contributes to the broader tapestry of biblical history and spiritual reflection. 1. A testament to complex humanity. Michal's story is a testament to the complexity of human experience. Her life was marked by love and loyalty, but also by conflict and misunderstanding. This duality reflects the multifaceted nature of human relationships and the challenges we all face in balancing personal desires with external expectations. Michal's legacy invites us to embrace the complexity of our own lives, recognizing that our journeys are often marked by contradictions and growth. 2. The intersection of personal and political. Michal's narrative highlights the intersection of personal relationships and political dynamics. As a princess and the wife of a future king, her life was intricately linked to the political realities of ancient Israel. Her experiences underscore the ways in which personal lives are often shaped by larger socio-political contexts, a theme that continues to resonate in today's world. Michal's legacy challenges us to consider how our personal decisions and relationships are influenced by the broader cultural and political landscape. 3. A reflection on gender and power. Michal's role as a woman in the biblical narrative offers insights into the dynamics of gender and power. Despite the constraints of her time, Michal demonstrated agency and influence, particularly in her efforts to protect David. Her legacy encourages us to reflect on the roles of women in both historical and contemporary contexts, recognizing the contributions and challenges faced by women throughout history. Michal's story serves as a reminder of the importance of acknowledging and valuing the voices and experiences of women in all areas of life. 4. The complexity of loyalty and betrayal. Michal's life was deeply affected by themes of loyalty and betrayal, both familial and marital. Her loyalty to David, despite the tensions with her father, and the later estrangement from David reflect the intricate nature of human allegiance. Michal's legacy invites us to examine our own loyalties and the ways in which they are tested and redefined over time. Her story challenges us to consider the cost of loyalty and the impact of betrayal on our relationships and spiritual journeys. 5. A legacy of endurance and resilience. Throughout her life, Michal demonstrated remarkable endurance and resilience. Despite the trials she faced, political intrigue, familial pressure, and personal loss, Michal's story is one of perseverance. Her legacy encourages us to draw strength from our faith and to remain steadfast in the face of adversity. Michal's resilience serves as an inspiration for those who face challenges, reminding us that we can navigate difficult circumstances with courage and hope. As we reflect on Michal's legacy, we are reminded of the enduring power of her story and its relevance for our lives today. Her narrative encourages us to embrace the complexities of our own experiences, to recognize the influence of broader contexts on our personal lives, and to value the diverse contributions of women throughout history. Michal's story also challenges us to examine our own loyalties and relationships, seeking to understand the dynamics of power, agency, and resilience in our journeys. Her legacy invites us to approach our lives with openness and humility, recognizing that our faith and character are shaped by the trials we face and the choices we make. As we continue to explore Michal's journey, let us hold on to the lessons of legacy and resilience that her story offers, In the next block, we will delve into the theological implications of Michal's narrative, examining how her experiences speak to broader themes of divine purpose and human agency in the biblical story. Stay with us as we uncover the profound lessons embedded in this biblical narrative, lessons that challenge us to live out our faith in transformative ways. Michal's narrative is deeply woven into the theological tapestry of the Bible, offering insights into the divine purpose and human agency that characterize the biblical story. As we explore the theological dimensions of Michal's life, we gain a deeper understanding of how her experiences contribute to the unfolding of God's plan and the complexities of faith and obedience. 1. The sovereignty of God in human affairs. Michal's story, like many others in the Bible, illustrates the sovereignty of God over human affairs. Despite the political machinations and personal conflicts that marked her life, Michal's narrative is part of a larger divine plan that encompasses the rise of David and the establishment of Israel's monarchy. Her experiences remind us that God's purposes are often fulfilled through seemingly ordinary and even tumultuous events. Michal's life challenges us to trust in God's sovereignty, recognizing that our circumstances, no matter how complex, are under His control. 2. The role of human agency in divine plans. While God's sovereignty is a central theme in Michal's story, her narrative also highlights the role of human agency in the unfolding of divine plans. Michal's actions, her love for David, her protection of him from Saul, and her subsequent choices demonstrate the significant impact of individual decisions within God's overarching purpose. Her story encourages us to reflect on the ways in which our choices, actions, and relationships contribute to the fulfillment of God's will. Michal's narrative invites us to consider how we can actively participate in God's work through our own lives. 3. The complexity of faith and obedience. Michal's life presents a complex portrait of faith and obedience, marked by moments of both steadfastness and struggle. Her loyalty to David and her willingness to defy Saul demonstrate her commitment to her convictions, yet her later criticism of David's worship reflects the tensions she faced in reconciling her faith with her personal experiences. Michal's narrative challenges us to consider the complexities of our own faith journeys, acknowledging that obedience to God often involves navigating difficult and conflicting circumstances. 4. The intersection of personal relationships and divine purpose. The intersection of personal relationships and divine purpose is a recurring theme in Michal's story. Her relationships with David and Saul, as well as the political alliances that shaped her life, highlight the ways in which personal dynamics contribute to the fulfillment of divine plans. Michal's narrative encourages us to reflect on the significance of our own relationships and the ways in which they are intertwined with God's purposes. Her story challenges us to approach our relationships with intentionality, recognizing their potential to impact the broader work of God. 5. The enduring hope of redemption. Despite the challenges and conflicts that characterized her life, Michal's story ultimately points to the enduring hope of redemption. Her narrative is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the possibility of new beginnings amidst adversity. Michal's legacy invites us to embrace the hope of redemption in our own lives, trusting in God's ability to bring about transformation and healing in the midst of our struggles. As we reflect on the theological implications of Michal's narrative, we are reminded of the profound ways in which her story speaks to the complexities of divine purpose and human agency. Her life challenges us to trust in God's sovereignty, to embrace our role in His plans, and to navigate the complexities of faith with courage and hope. Michal's story also invites us to approach our relationships and decisions with intentionality. recognizing their significance in the unfolding of God's work. By doing so, we open ourselves to the possibility of participating in the divine narrative and experiencing the transformative power of God's purpose in our lives. As we continue to explore Michal's journey, let us hold on to the lessons of divine purpose and human agency that her story offers. In the next block, we will examine the enduring lessons of Michal's narrative for contemporary believers, exploring how her experiences can inspire and guide us in our own faith journeys. Stay with us as we uncover the profound lessons embedded in this biblical narrative, lessons that challenge us to live out our faith in transformative ways. Michal's story, though rooted in the ancient world, offers timeless lessons that speak to the heart of contemporary believers. Her experiences of love, loyalty, conflict, and resilience resonate with the complexities of modern life, providing insights and inspiration for navigating our own spiritual journeys. As we reflect on Michal's narrative, we uncover valuable lessons that challenge and equip us to live out our faith with authenticity and courage. 1. Navigating the tensions of loyalty. Michal's life was marked by the tensions of loyalty between her family and her husband, and between personal conviction and external expectations. Her experiences invite us to reflect on our own loyalties and the challenges we face in balancing them. Michal's story encourages us to prioritize integrity and faithfulness, even when navigating difficult relationships and decisions. Her resilience in the face of conflicting loyalties reminds us of the importance of remaining true to our values and commitments. 2. Embracing complexity with grace. The complexity of Michal's narrative highlights the multifaceted nature of human experience. Her story challenges us to embrace the complexities of our own lives with grace and understanding. Michal's journey invites us to acknowledge the contradictions and challenges we encounter, recognizing that they are opportunities for growth and transformation. By embracing complexity, we open ourselves to the possibility of deeper understanding and empathy in our relationships and interactions. 3. The power of personal agency. Despite the constraints of her time, Michal demonstrated personal agency. Through her actions and decisions, her narrative encourages us to recognize the power of our own agency in shaping our lives and the world around us. Michal's story challenges us to take responsibility for our choices and to actively participate in the unfolding of God's purposes. Her legacy reminds us that even in difficult circumstances, we have the ability to make meaningful contributions to God's work. 4. The importance of reconciliation and forgiveness. The conflicts and tensions in Michal's relationships underscore the importance of reconciliation and forgiveness in our own lives. Her story invites us to seek healing and restoration in our relationships, recognizing the transformative power of grace and forgiveness. Michal's experiences remind us that reconciliation is an essential aspect of our spiritual journey, enabling us to move forward with hope and renewed purpose. 5. Finding identity and purpose in God. Michal's struggle to reconcile her identities as Saul's daughter and David's wife reflects the universal quest for identity and purpose. Her narrative challenges us to find our true identity in God, recognizing that our ultimate belonging is in Him. Michal's story invites us to seek our purpose in God's plans, trusting that our lives have significance and meaning within His divine narrative. 6. The resilience of faith amidst adversity. Throughout her life, Michal demonstrated resilience in the face of adversity. Her ability to persevere through challenges speaks to the enduring strength of faith. Michal's story encourages us to remain steadfast in our faith, trusting in God's presence and guidance even when circumstances are difficult. Her resilience serves as an inspiration for those who face trials, reminding us that we can navigate adversity with courage and hope. And 7. The role of women in God's story. Michal's narrative highlights the significant role of women in the biblical story and God's redemptive plan. Her contributions and challenges remind us of the value and dignity of women as integral participants in God's work. Michal's story encourages us to affirm and celebrate the voices and experiences of women in our own communities, recognizing their impact on the unfolding of God's purposes. As we reflect on the enduring lessons of Michal's narrative, we are invited to consider how these insights can inspire and guide us in our own faith journeys. Her story challenges us to embrace complexity, prioritize integrity, and find our identity and purpose in God. By doing so, we open ourselves to the transformative power of faith and the profound impact it can have on our lives and communities. Michal's legacy encourages us to approach our spiritual lives with openness and humility, seeking to understand and align ourselves with God's will. Her story invites us to participate in the divine narrative, recognizing that our lives have significance and meaning within God's overarching plan. As we prepare to conclude our exploration of Michal's journey, let us hold on to the lessons of loyalty, resilience, and identity that her story offers. In the final block, we will bring our reflection to a close with a call to action, encouraging you to apply the lessons learned and to continue seeking God's guidance as you live out your faith. Stay with us as we wrap up this journey and explore the final teachings that may hold the key to unlocking new blessings in your life. As we reach the culmination of our exploration of Michal's complex and multifaceted life, we find ourselves standing at a crossroads of inspiration and action. Michal, the despised princess, offers us a narrative rich with lessons of resilience, identity, and divine purpose. Her story is not merely a historical account, but a living testament to the enduring power of faith amidst adversity and the complexities of human relationships. Throughout this journey, we have delved into the depths of Michal's experiences, uncovering the profound themes that resonate with our own spiritual journeys. Her life challenges us to reflect deeply on our relationships, our identities, and our roles in the unfolding of God's divine plan. Each aspect of Michal's story offers valuable insights that invite us to consider how we can embody the principles she exemplified in our own lives. 1. Embrace complexity and seek understanding. Michal's narrative is a reminder of the rich tapestry of human experience, marked by both triumph and trial. As you reflect on her story, consider how you can embrace the complexities of your own life with grace and understanding. Seek to find meaning in the contradictions and challenges you encounter, recognizing them as opportunities for growth and transformation. 2. Prioritize integrity and faithfulness. Michal's loyalty and courage, even amidst challenging circumstances, serve as an inspiration for us to prioritize integrity and faithfulness in our own lives. Reflect on the ways you can remain steadfast in your commitments and true to your values, even when faced with external pressures and conflicting loyalties. 3. Find your identity and purpose in God. Michal's struggle with identity and belonging invites us to find our true identity and purpose in God. As you consider the lessons from her life, seek to align your sense of self with God's plans, trusting that your life has significance and meaning within His divine narrative. 4. Foster reconciliation and embrace forgiveness. Michal's experiences underscore the importance of reconciliation and forgiveness in our relationships. Reflect on the ways you can seek healing and restoration in your interactions with others, recognizing the transformative power of grace and forgiveness. Embrace the call to reconciliation, allowing it to guide your journey of faith and interaction with the world. 5. Recognize the role of women in God's plan. Michal's story highlights the significant contributions of women in the biblical narrative and God's redemptive plan. As you reflect on her legacy, celebrate and affirm the voices and experiences of women in your community, recognizing their impact on the unfolding of God's purposes. 6. Cultivate resilience and hope. Throughout her life, Michal demonstrated remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. As you consider her story, draw strength from your faith and remain steadfast in your journey, trusting in God's presence and guidance. Let Michal's resilience inspire you to navigate challenges with courage and hope, knowing that God's promises endure. Congratulations on reaching the end of this exploration. You are part of a special group of individuals committed to growing in faith and understanding. To mark this moment, I invite you to comment "resilient in faith" below, demonstrating your commitment to living out these lessons and letting us know that you've reached the end of this narrative. Your engagement not only enriches this community, but also helps spread this message of hope and encouragement to others. By sharing this video and subscribing to this channel, you participate in the work of God's kingdom, helping to spread His love and grace to those who need it most. Your subscription reflects a commitment to continuing this journey of faith and discovery alongside a community of like-minded believers. Finally, as the video concludes, I encourage you to remain still for a few moments, experiencing the peace of the music, and take this opportunity to offer words of praise and thanks to the Lord for today. Let this be a moment of reflection and gratitude as you hold onto the promise of transformation and hope that Michal's story offers. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May God's grace continue to guide and bless you as you seek to live out your faith with boldness, grace, and commitment.